I feel like planning, I feel like getting things done. I have some really fun ideas.
I'm so beautiful without you. Now my skin glows and it shines like glue. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you.
Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. If you are new, today is going to be such a fun, exciting video because we're doing a March plan with me. I haven't done one of these in seriously so long, but I have free time now and I can actually get things done because my son just started daycare and I have free time. So let's commence the March plan with me. I am so excited. I even got like all dolled up for this. This is like, as I would call March like the start of spring or the touch of spring. So I've got some like spring-ish colors on. I used my Dyson for the first time. I don't know how I did. I think the Dyson works more for like longer hair, but I mean, it's not awful. I have some pump and like volume to my hair, so I'm happy. We have a lot to do today actually, so I kind of wrote out what I wanted to get done because this is kind of like my new year because I had a slower start to the year, which is fine. I've actually heard that hibernation in the beginning of the year is typically what people do. So I don't know, I've always been the kind of person to start the new year like off pretty freaking strong, and this year I kind of just really dialed it down a little bit. I didn't do too much and I actually really enjoyed the new year. It wasn't so stressful, but now I feel like planning, I feel like getting things done. I have some really fun ideas. We have a lot going on in terms of our new home, which if you guys are new, we just bought a 5-bedroom home that we've been slowly renovating and decorating. We have a lot to do, but there's no rush to it, so it's really exciting and fun. But I really want to get back to just vlogging more week in my life, days in my life, weekends in my life, and kind of just incorporating more stuff in my day-to-day now that I have free time to pick up the camera. The last few vlogs have been super chaotic and just, I don't know, they weren't my favorite, and I hate doing that, putting vlogs up that don't really speak to me or like I just don't feel was really put together. But this is life. This is my life right now. I have a toddler and it is what it is. So now I'm excited to be able to kind of like have some sort of structure in my vlog. So all exciting things. So some things I want to figure out is, first of all, I got a new planner. I had a planner that I picked out actually last year and it's so big, it's so intense, and it's like a little bit too much for me. It's also like a time slotted planner and I'm not really using the majority of it, and I don't know, I'm more of a simplified kind of planner person, like get things done, knock them off, don't overcomplicate it. So I found this little planner on Amazon that has a nicer weekly spread. It's a little bit more simplified, which I like, so I'm gonna kind of transfer that over to here. I also want to talk about my recent goals. I need to figure out our home projects for the month because I tend to go a little crazy. I'm used to renting and having a deadline to when my lease is up, and so I tend to rush things in terms of decorating, and I really don't want to do that. So I just want to figure out and kind of zone and focus on specific things for each month. I have some intention planning, just like fun things, guys. I need to find a new like budget situation because I've been doing Mint for the past few years and they recently just switched to Credit Karma and they don't have anything near what I was doing in Mint in terms of tracking my finances, and I was doing it really good this year, so I was like, oh man, this is a bummer. So we gotta figure that out too. But either way, I'm gonna start with this planner and just kind of transfer over like dates and stuff like that over to the new planner.
Hey, you couldn't see it coming. You might have thought it, but you couldn't change it. Hey, it's not right or wrong.
Alright, so I went ahead and put in all of the dates and stuff. I'm gonna end up doing a career to-do list on the left and then like an actual to-do list on the right. I have an address here, so I don't want to show it. And then I went ahead and put in all of the dates and stuff that I have here. Any birthdays are in pink. We've got travel days and whatnot. Some other things to note that I put in here are the seasons, just because I base my content around a lot of the seasons, like when does spring start, which actually starts March 1st, which is so exciting. When my quarterly taxes are due do, just like little things like that. I underlined all of the like major holidays. I'd love to start incorporating like these smaller holidays, just because now that I have a son, I think it'll be really fun to celebrate things like St. Patty's Day, which I typically didn't do as an adult, but just like making like cute cookies or something. So I want to keep that in here, but I feel so much more simplified here, and everything is like laid out in front of me, which I really like. And I'm just going to stick to my Google Drive sheets for video planning and whatnot. Now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some goals that I have for myself. So first I'm going to talk to you guys about my career goals. This is kind of a career goal slash finance goal, if you will, but my career is kind of my finances, and that is to find a CPA. My CPA actually retired this year, which is so sad because my job is so weird in terms of like taxes, because it's not a traditional job. It's like one of those tasks that I just want to keep pushing off, but I know if I just do it for my future self, because that, especially around the time when taxes are due, is just super stressful. I really want to focus on Instagram. I know that I have had this bout of resistance towards shorts and the way that social media is going, but instead of harping on the past, I've really realized that you need to just roll with the punches, and I'm actually kind of starting to like short form content a little bit, just because I'm doing it now just for things that I want to do, and I'm not doing it based on what other people are doing, if that makes sense. And I think a lot of Instagram is just super overwhelming. It's repetitive and it's very salesy, but if I stay away from that and just stick true to who I am, I can actually really enjoy making shorter form content. Yeah, now that I have free time, I can designate some more time to Instagram. And then a new video schedule. So by the time you guys are watching this, I'm pretty sure this is going out on a Sunday. So this is going to be a bonus video, but I'm going to be posting every Monday and Wednesday for March. I was going to do 3 times a week, but I need to like hone it back, ease into it a little bit instead of going full force. I have a tendency to do that. I have really high expectations for myself. I have really high goals for myself, and that's okay. But it's important to keep things realistic, but also just for your mental health and sanity. Any sort of bonus video, I'll just post on my Instagram for you guys. Like this will be a bonus video, so you guys are still gonna get Monday and Wednesday for this week. So those are my career goals. Now in terms of personal goals, to save $5,000. I know that's a lot, but I have some money coming in from Vlogmas time. Instead of like spending it all on home renovations and decor and stuff, I'm like, I can probably do a little bit more saving. I would like to finish my book, so I'm actually reading Iron Flame, and to be quite honest with you guys, it's taking me forever because I'm just not as into it as Fourth Wing. And I don't know if it picks up, but I'm like 27% done, and it's been like a month now. So I would like to finish that book. I like always the beginning of fantasy books because they're fun and they're interesting and they're a little bit lighter, but then they get super into like war and drama, and that's when I tend to like lose it. So it's a little bit more war based, I would say. So it's not as intriguing for me. I just really want to finish it so I can start another book, honestly. And I know people like it, so hopefully I will say better things. I want to create intention around my relationships. I think it's really important to prioritize your relationships and put effort into them. And something that happens with a baby and life in general is life gets crazy. You kind of get into this like mundane routine of day to day. There's lots of things going on. We have a lot of people coming into town. I am not prioritizing my relationship as much and like just alone time with me and Xander. So I would really like to do date nights again. So we used to do this thing where like he would do a date night once a month and I would do a date night once a month, and that gave us our space and time away from like everything in life. And it's important to maintain those relationships. So I really want to create intention behind my relationships and put effort into it, instead of just thinking like I'm spending time with him every day because I live with him, but I'm not spending intentional time with him, just me and him. And then find a new budget, which I think I'm going to do right now, because I was talking to you guys about Mint. That is no longer a thing, and I want to find a way that I can just budget my money. I'll tell you guys what I find. I have some intentions that I want to focus on for March. The first one is be slow to speak. So I get a little overwhelmed. I'm very like high strung, but that's very anxious ridden of me, and it's not peaceful at all. And so I'm really trying to learn to like take a breath, slow down, and just really focus on speaking slowly and getting my words out. I tend to be in my head as I'm speaking. Like I said, it's a more anxiety-ridden thought process that goes on in my head when I'm talking. Instead of focusing internally. I need to like relax and just slow down. Another one I really like is, I read this quote, I forgot where I read it honestly. It's "Christ is in me and I am enough," and that just brings so much peace in my life, especially when I'm a little overwhelmed or when life throws me things that I can't handle. I think I can't handle. Knowing that just really gives me a grounding foundation and a sense of peace that everything's going to be okay and that I can handle whatever is in front of me at the time. This kind of goes with the slow to speak, but this is just a quote that I really liked. "Seeking an intentional pace of life guides us towards the practice of mindful loving." And I really liked that. When you're focusing on day-to-day moments instead of like goals and where you're going, it helps you be more loving because you're more mindful of little moments. So this is a new part of my office that I actually love. So each one of these books is a daily thing, either by the date or the day of the year. This one my mom gave me, it's called the Pivot Year, and this is a more spiritual one, which we should do today actually. Let's do that one. What day of the year is it? So we're on day 54. So you will not truly feel settled until you have done what you came here to do. Until you have reached into yourself and pulled out the most glimmering thing about you and held it up for the world to see. Until you have completed the work that only you could do, and only the way that you can do it. Until you have made your gifts into an offering. Until you have stopped trying to live up to some ancient concept of perfection, but instead seeking the radiant fulfillment of a life devoted to which you alone are most suited for. What you alone are most destined to complete. I love this. Everyone's life is so uniquely theirs, and like, just because this person's life looks like this or the majority of people's lives look like this per social media doesn't mean you need to be a part of it. Your little touch and whatever you do is contributing to society, and that's your calling. I love that. So that's like kind of an example for this one. I also have the Daily Stoic. So this is more, I would say, an intellectual one. And then I have this one, which is new. My friend Taylor got me this one, and I'm really excited to do this one. She said it's like a warm cup of coffee and a blanket in the morning. So I'm excited to do this one. New Morning Mercies. This is a daily devotional. I usually do this when I'm doing like my Bible study, which I also want to do for my slow mornings. Last but not least, this is my favorite part. This is home goals. So I'm gonna break it down into purchases and like home improvement. I have a budget for both. I'm gonna purchase our dining room chairs. I found them. They're great. I'm excited, but they're kind of a purchase. So I think that's the only purchase I'm gonna do for the month of March in terms of decorating. I ended up buying curtains and a mirror this month for the bedroom, so those are coming in. But for purchases in terms of decor, we're cutting it off there. In terms of hands-on, like actual projects, renovation, like the bones of the home improvement, we will be doing our fireplace, which I'm so excited about because it's gonna be a very drastic change, and I found something that I think is gonna really look really good. I just need these help, so that'll have to be a weekend project. We also want to open up and clear out the pool areas. Right now our pool's covered. It's pretty gross, so we need to get a pool guy out. I've never had a pool, I've never owned a pool, I don't know how to take care of a pool, so we need to figure that out. But just opening it up, getting a leaf blower, and kind of just like cleaning up, that's something we want to do. And then I also want to paint and do a wall panel for the guest bedroom, which I've already started. So those are going to be some fun, exciting things that we're doing this month. So yeah, this is so exciting. I'm so excited to see what we're gonna do. Bryson's also starting swimming lessons, so that'll be something really fun. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this March plan with me. I sure did. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and then we'll continue to track off our home improvement projects, more intentions and that stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'm excited for normalcy and consistency, and I don't know, I'm just excited. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching.